Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa is, see the synergy of multi-dimensional happenings in and around you as the order in chaos. Then you will realize you have the 25 dimensions of Paramashiva, 25 faces of Paramashiva. If you understand synergy of your life, I'll give you an example, very simple example. You can breathe, digest, talk, think, all at a time, spontaneously, simultaneously, without specific or focused attention or effort necessary. Please listen. Just by listening and understanding, you can experience what you consider as chaos is not chaos, it is an order of life. What you consider as a stress is not stress, it is multi-dimension of you. See, listen. Sorry for the technical glitch. Listen. If you appreciate the life happening around you, so much is happening synergetically inside your body as life and outside your body as your experience. In social level, economic level, in every level, if you see your life, there is so much of synergy happening. Things are in sync and so much is happening. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, even if you practice a little bit, great good things will happen in your life. Swalpamapyasya Alpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Understand? If you don't understand the synergic happening of the God particle in your life, everything you see will feel like a stress. Oh God, I have to go to office on time. I have to pick up my lunch on time. I have to leave my kids in the school. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to do this. If you see all this as a chaos, you will be stressed. You will plan for your own collapse. Getting stressed about your existence, your day-to-day life is a plan for collapsing. Don't say you collapsed suddenly or accidentally. No. Understand? What I uttered, what I said as Paramashiva's message is like a sutra, formula. Apply it in your life. If you unclutch, bring peace inside you, you will see what is happening inside you, outside you is in order. Order in chaos. If you see an order in chaos, you are planning for power manifestation. If you see chaos in the beautiful order of life and get stressed, you are planning for collapse. Power manifestation or collapsing, becoming Shiva or Sava is all about your thinking style, your cognition style. Understand? The style of your cognition, how you cognize life. Kanchi Paramacharya says very beautifully in one of the personal interview, I'll try to translate the essence. Listen, he says, people worship him as God. Kamakshi herself, Shiva himself, Adi Shankara himself. He says, I may be God, may not be God. That is different. But all of you, by worshipping me, looking at me as God, you all really experience God. And the kind of a spiritual evolution happening in you, the kind of a spiritual growth happens in you, seeing that, just for that, I allow all the drama you guys do around me, and I tolerate it, I cooperate with it. Listen, he says very beautifully, people worship him as God. When he was in the body itself, he was worshipped as God, and people do all sorts of things to celebrate him, revere him, and express their devotion to him. He says very beautifully, I tolerate all the things you guys do. Many times, he shows tremendous patience. His body was very fragile body. But the way people try to show the devotion was many times load on his body. But he says, I tolerate everything. I accept everything. I cooperate with all the things you guys do, just to see the way you are all evolving spiritually by seeing God or the divine aspects of God in me. Listen, when you bring tremendous peace inside you, I'll connect why I brought Kanchi Paramacharya's this quote and the principle I am trying to teach. Now understand this and what I am trying to tell. What I am trying to convey is, bring peace and patience, unclutching in the way you cognize life. You will see so much of synergy between your breathing, digestion, how your body is getting rejuvenated, renovated, rebuilt, reinvented, recreated, and how your life is an extraordinary synergy. You will start having unimaginable clarity and order in the whole chaos. understand power manifestation, becoming Shiva, or getting stressed, becoming Shava, both does not happen overnight. It happens due to the way you continuously think in your life, the way you cognize things in your life. Nagamas, Paramashiva says beautifully, Charya Padam. Charya Padam means lifestyle. Why you do what you do, all the reasons for what you are doing. All the understandings you carry about what you are doing, all this put together becomes your cognition. I tell you, if you can bring little bit of peace, unclutching, silence, patience, shanta in your inner space working. I want all of you to know, no problem you perceive can be sorted out by thinking. I guarantee. Drop the false idea. You can solve your life problems by thinking. No. You can solve all the problems of your life by bringing silence in your inner space and making the problems redundant. Hey, listen. Whether inside you or in your life, if you win your enemy, that is not the ultimate victory, because some other enemy is going to come. Some other enemy is going to come. Somebody else is going to come up with weapons. If you make your enemies redundant, that is the ultimate victory. That is the ultimate victory. Listen. Multiple times, I have repeated this in multiple words in my satsangs, classes, sessions. Today, I'm going to give you this experience. Listen. If you continuously practice unclutching, you become the power of unclutching. You embody unclutching. Your core start radiating the power of unclutching. Anyone who comes near you will start smelling the peace and unclutching you radiate. When unclutching becomes a solid experience in you, You start seeing multidimensional happenings of your personal inner space and the life happening around you. I tell you, if you just clean the way your digestion is happening, if you just change the way your breathing is happening, you will change the way people react towards you. How do you think I'm managing all kinds of attacks from all kinds of people? I will sit in Samadhi and go on refining, raising my frequency of existence. The more and more Paramashiva manifesting, flowing through me, more and more things become order around me. How many ever bigger chaos stares at me? How many great strategic enemies attack me, try to attack me in any level? First thing I do, sit in Samadhi. More and more radiate Paramashiva. More and more organized way reside in the synergy of Paramashiva. I tell you, sitting in Samadhi, unclutched, is such an amazing strategy to win any problem of life. I am not an impractical person. Understand? If I am impractical, long before I would have been dead. I am still alive because I am most practical and very highly strategic. I am revealing the secret of my strategy. Secret of my strategy is sitting in Samadhi unclutched. Please understand. The truths I am trying to deliver now are very powerful, multi-layer. If you are a new person, newly attending to my Satsang, listen to this Satsang 3-4 times and try to understand the technical words I'm using, like synergy, order in the chaos, chaos in the order. The many technical terms I used, I have explained and defined in many of my earlier satsangs. Now, fortunately, we are coming up with a dictionary of all the technical words I use. Nikandu, Nithyananda Nikandu is getting ready. Please watch the earlier satsangs where these words are explained. Then you will understand. It will click inside you. Wow, this is exactly is happening in my life. Listen. If you get tensed, oh, what is this? So much work I have to do. I have to make sure my heart pumps. I have to make sure my lungs breathe. I have to make sure my stomach digests. I have to make sure the blood gets converted into blood and energy is absorbed. I have to make sure my nail grows, my hair grows. I have to make sure I am able to receive information from outside and process. You will get stressed. It is like a centipede trying to plan with its 100 legs, which leg it should put first, which leg it should put second. If it starts thinking and planning, it will just collapse. Centipede should know it has synergic, innate, spontaneous intelligence to put its legs properly and move. Same way, this multiple things happening in you is multiple colors, aspects, dimensions of you. Feel proud. So many things are happening in you synergetically, spontaneously, simultaneously. If you celebrate the way your body functions synergetically, you will realize the multidimensional aspects of you. Paramashiva's multidimension: creation, maintenance, destruction, or rejuvenation. Putting in delusion or removing from delusion, liberation. All that is continuously, synergetically, spontaneously happening inside you. Please understand. If you go deeper, it is not just 5, it's actually 7. I'll tell you how it is 7. Creation and sustenance, maintenance. Then destruction and rejuvenation, both are identified as a one act. If you don't understand, it is destruction. If you understand, it is rejuvenation. In mercury, if you put a gold coin, the gold coin will dissolve in mercury. From the angle of gold, if you see, it is like a gold is getting destroyed. From the angle of mercury, if you see, mercury is getting rejuvenated with gold. So, rejuvenation and destruction, both dimensions are told to us with one word called samhara. In Sanskrit, we use one word samhara. With that one word, rejuvenation and destruction, both are shown. Then, throbhava means putting in delusion and removing from delusion. Both are shown by one word, throbhava. Then anugraha. So understand, 7 acts told in 5 words. Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara. Samhara is told with that one word, Samhara. 2 acts are shown. One is destruction, another one is rejuvenation. Then Trobhava. With that one word, Trobhava, putting in delusion and removing from delusion, both are expressed. And Anugraha means liberation. 5 word, but 7 act. I tell you, all the 7 is constantly, spontaneously, simultaneously happening in you synergetically. If you can listen, if you can understand all the 7 happening in your body, Pindanda, deciding to understand this great cause, reason of your existence is meditation. Meditation is nothing but adding unclutching, silence, important ingredient for the spiritual alchemy inside you, so that these great truths can be revealed in you. These great truths can become experience in you. Constantly do not remember the other. The greatest freedom in your life is sitting with first person without even remembering the existence of second person and third person. When you know how to sit with first person without bothering about the second person and third person in Samadhi, you will realize the greatest secrets of the cosmos. Listen, rich are those who realize the secrets of the cosmos. Rich are those who realize the secrets of the cosmos. Listen to some of these powerful truths. Poor are those who have only money. Uneducated are those who are educated only in school. The greatest corruption, scam done in this world is concept of currency. Don't try to say, oh, this politician did this scam, that politician that did that corruption, this is the biggest corruption, that is the greatest scam. No. The concept of currency with which you are made to run forgetting the greater realities of life is the greatest scam done to humanity, done on human beings. Rich are those who understand the cosmic happening. I tell you, Paramashiva is actually hiding inside you, where the inhaling turns and starts becoming exhaling. Paramashiva is hiding inside you, where the inhaling turns and starts flowing outside. The exhaling. Try to sit within you and start seeing how synergetically, spontaneously, this whole body mechanism is happening as the order in chaos. There is somebody whose presence inside you is making this whole spontaneous synergetic happening. Experience that presence, then actually that presence is called Atma. If you know the Atma, if you can start tasting the Atma inside you, which is responsible for this whole synergetic, spontaneous, simultaneous happening called your body, you will see the Paramatma, which is the reason for this whole spontaneous, simultaneous, synergetic cosmos. How you flow spontaneously, simultaneously, synergetically, and how your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial creates stress in you, makes you strongly believe unless you are stressed, you can't do great things. No, it's not true. Your belief, unless you are stressed, you can't do big things, is wrong. Sometimes your stress may look useful for you to feel great about you. See, can anyone else handle the amount of stress I handle? Maybe for that. Otherwise, the stress has no use, particularly, practically, for any creative purpose in your life. If you feel cute about throwing tantrum in your life, your stress is useful for you. And I tell you, maybe once or twice, if you throw tantrum, people will care for you, attend to you. Oh, don't get stressed. Please, please, please. Oh, don't suffer. They will try to show you sympathy, some attention, love. But if you are constantly throwing tantrum, nobody will care for you. Understand that. So the stress has no practical use in your life. Throwing tantrum is not going to be cute forever. Understand, your body and your life both as a great order in the chaos. You will see conscious, independently intelligent, responding, spontaneous, simultaneous, synergetic power, which I call as Paramashiva, resides inside you. By repeatedly telling, by repeatedly revealing the same truth in various ways through various words, I will make sure this cognition becomes your very core. If India should become Jagat Guru, Hindus should become Jagat Gurus. Fundamental need for Hindus is practice of Samadhi. Not only for born Hindus, even for practicing Hindus. Whenever I use the word Hindu, I mean born and practicing, both. So listen, practice of Samadhi is the fundamental need. This Chaturmasya, practice Samadhi, and let's make 1 crore people practice Samadhi. I'm repeating, this Chaturmasya goal is, let us make 1 crore people practice Samadhi. How we are going to do? all of you start sharing my unclutching satsangs. There is a set of satsangs where I speak about unclutching. Share these satsangs to as many people as possible. After they watch, start talking to them. Just through social media, digital platform, we can all reach 1 crore people, make them practice Samadhi in these 4 months. Don't try to reach the same old devotees who are already initiated. No. You have to reach out to new people. tiny.cc/unclutching. This is the set of satsangs on unclutching and Nirvikalpa Samadhi. How to do, why to do, what to do, how, why, what, where, when, all the questions about unclutching and Samadhi is answered in these satsangs. Make 1 crore new people watch these satsangs and then do a question answer session for them, clarify their doubts, make them practice Samadhi every day, at least 21 minutes. And ask them to share with their friends. This way, reach out to new people, make them practice Samadhi in these 4 months, 1 crore people. Make 1 crore people practicing Samadhi, and at least 1 crore people should be out of poverty, should be pulled out of poverty in these 4 months. That is the goal of Kailasa. As I explained in the earlier satsang, the recycling project has already started. We should focus on recycling and reusing. So much of grains and food is getting wasted in many developed countries. We should receive them and send them to people who are dying without food. So much of clothing's getting wasted, dumped into the ocean and adding to the pollution. We should receive them and make them usable, recycle and reuse, and pass it on to people who don't have enough clothes. Not only the clothes which they wear to cover the body, even warm clothings, shoes, belts, so many things. The cycle of reusing should start. First, I ask my Kailasavasi sannyasis, start implementing the strategy of reusing, recycling and reusing in our Kailasas. It's not that we don't have money to spend and buy new things every day. We have. But only if we start learning recycling and reusing, we will think in that angle. We will innovatively think, work, help the humanity to recycle and reuse. Tons of clothes, millions of tons of clothes getting dumped into ocean in Singapore, Canada, USA, England. We can get them and recycle them, refurbish them, and distribute to many countries where people don't have enough clothing. If we start working from now, in these 4 months, we can create a very beautiful flow, supply chain. See, just like a regular food supply chain, we can build this recycled supply chain. And fortunately, very fortunately, we have a legal body almost in all countries, and enough of devotees, disciples, Hindus who sincerely listen to me and want to be part of the Kailasa. So let us start this recycling supply chain. I feel if we start working in this 4 months, easily we will bring 1 crore people out of poverty by providing all the basic needs. And if we start the same as a lifestyle, very easily, every month we can get 1 crore people out of poverty. In Tamil, there is a proverb. ஆனை உண்ணும் பொழுது சிதறும் சிறுதுளிகள் எறும்புக்கு விருந்தாகும். When elephant eats, the small few rice drops, that will become a feast for ants. Same way, developed countries, rich countries, what they drop in their life, that can be a feast for many people who don't have basic needs. Paramashiva is the symbol of recycling and reusing. Let's work focused on recycling and reusing and get at least 1 crore people out of poverty through this Ishanya project. ஆனை உண்ணும் பொழுது சிந்துவது சிறு எறும்புக்கு விருந்தாகும் என்பதனால் ஆனை உண்ணும் பொழுதே சிந்திக்கொண்டே உண்ண வேண்டும். With Meena Joshi's permission, I will say few words in Tamil. ஒரு சில சத்தியங்கள், ஆன்மீக உண்மைகள் இன்று உங்களோடு பகிர்ந்து கொள்ளுகின்றேன். வாழ்க்கையோட ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டி, சில பேர் அவங்க சம்பாதிக்கிற பணத்தை வச்சு அவங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையோட ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டியை தீர்மானம் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஆஹா, போன வருஷம் 10 கோடி சம்பாரிச்சேன், இந்த வருஷம் 25 கோடி சம்பாரிச்சிருக்கேன், என் வாழ்க்கை ப்ரொடக்டிவா இருக்குன்னு நினைப்பாங்க. சில பேர் போன வருஷம் எம்எல்ஏவா இருந்தேன், இந்த வருஷம் மினிஸ்டர் ஆயிட்டேன், என் வாழ்க்கை ப்ரொடக்டிவா போயிட்டு இருக்கு அப்படின்னு நினைப்பாங்க. அதாவது பவர் சென்டரா மாறுறத அவங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையோட ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டியா நினைப்பாங்க. இந்த மாதிரி ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் ஒரு விதத்துல வாழ்க்கையோட ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டியை பத்தி நினைப்பாங்க. ஆனா உண்மையில பிரபஞ்சத்தின் நோக்கத்திலிருந்து, பரமசிவ பரம்பொருளின் பார்வையிலிருந்து வாழ்க்கையோட ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டி என்னன்னா, உணர்வின் முதிர்ச்சி, ஆன்மாவின் முதிர்ச்சி. அடிப்படையில நாம எல்லாருமே நம்முடைய பெரும்பாலான நடவடிக்கைகள் பாத்தீங்கன்னா செஞ்சதையே தான் செஞ்சிட்டு இருப்போம். நான் என் சன்னியாசிகளுக்கு சொல்றது உண்டு, அப்பா அட்லீஸ்ட் புதுசா கண்டுபிடிச்சு தப்பு பண்ணுங்கப்பா, அதே தப்பு பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தா போர் அடிக்கல. ஒரு தப்பு பண்றதுனா கூட அதே தப்பு பண்ணிட்டு இருப்போம். ஒரு சின்ன உதாரணம் நான் சொல்றேன். நாங்க சின்ன வயசுல இந்த ஸ்கூலுக்கு போகாம கோவில்ல போய் ஒளிஞ்சுப்போம். நான் என்னுடைய சில நண்பர்கள், நான் படிச்சது வந்து கன்னிகா பரமேஸ்வரி பள்ளின்னு திருவண்ணாமலையில. அப்போ அந்த தெருவுக்கு வந்து கன்னிகோவில் தெருன்னு பேரு. இப்ப ராஜராஜன் வீதின்னு மாத்திட்டாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். என்னுடைய தாய் வழி பாட்டனார் வீடு இருக்கிற தெரு. என்னுடைய தாய் வழி பாட்டனார அந்த பள்ளிக்கு நன்கொடை எல்லாம் கொடுத்திருக்காரு. ரொம்ப அந்த பள்ளியோடு தொடர்புடையவர். அந்த காலத்துல ஊர் ரொம்ப சின்ன ஊரு. இப்ப இருக்கிற மாதிரி பெரிய ஒரு மாவட்டத்தின் தலைநகரம் நிறைய, ரொம்ப ஊர் சின்ன ஊரு. ஆல்மோஸ்ட் எல்லாருக்குமே பேர் சொல்லி கூப்பிடுற அளவுக்கு நெருக்கமா இருப்பார்கள். ஸ்கூலுக்கு போகலன்னா ஸ்கூல் வாட்ச்மேன் வந்து எங்களை தேடி இழுத்துட்டு போயிடுவாரு ஸ்கூலுக்கு. பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஸ்கூலுக்கு போகாம நேர கோவில்ல போய் ஒளிஞ்சுப்போம். எங்கன்னா அந்த கோவில்ல கும்பாபிஷேகம்னா யாகசாலை போடுவார்கள். அம்மணியம்மன் கோபுரத்துக்கு உள்பக்கமா இருக்கிற அந்த பிரகாரத்துல ஒரு ஆலமரம் இருக்கு, கீழே விநாயகர் இருப்பாரு. எப்பவுமே அந்த ஆலமரத்து மேலதான் போய் உட்காந்துப்போம், ஒளிஞ்சுப்போம். வாட்ச்மேன் பேர் ராஜேந்திரன். இந்த ஸ்கூல் வாட்ச்மேன் பேர் கன்னிகோவில்